We have some visitors today. This is part of an EU-funded, it's an EU-funded group called PESCA. So I think it's promoting environmentally sustainable conservation aquaculture. So they've been working with the Ugandan government for something like, well, I think 2013, and it's just been renewed. So they're quite interested in what we're doing. They sort of support aquaculture development in the region. So we're just sort of, I know Gigi, who's one of the people that works there, and he just wants to sort of see our project and see what we're doing. So I'm just showing them around. We did have an issue with the machine, so it wasn't working. So some of the stuff hasn't been mashed, as it were, but we're doing all right. I don't think we've got a huge. We haven't collected we haven't got many pupa here because most of the maggots are in here. Here we've got a bunch of pre-pupa, and then this one's been emptied. We've just got a frass. We use actually some of this to fertilise our ponds, and then we've got some more maggots in here. So doing all right. Our production's it dips and goes up and down, and that's partly just we're sort of evening out production peaks. And sometimes it's to do with staff issues, sometimes it's to do with, you have to remember we bought a bunch at the beginning of the maggots, things like that. So yeah, but we're stabilising our production and it will even out eventually. We're just arriving with our visitors. It's interesting to meet these folks from PESCA and the government. I know that they've been trying very hard to see results, and that's quite a challenge when you're running such a large project. There's many stakeholders, you've got to deal with all sorts of issues that sometimes happen in Uganda. So it's exciting, I think, to show them our project, because in many ways a lot of the things that they're talking about, so this aqua park idea where you basically have a centre where you focus all your efforts on that centre to supply all the things that farmers need. That's effectively what we've done here, right? But we've done it in a private capacity. So I'm very pleased to be able to show our visitors what it is that we're doing. So the rain is definitely here. We're also trying to shelter from the rain. All our visitors are inside, and it's one of the issues. Poor guys have to fry the fish sometimes, and it's just really tricky to get it all sorted because of the rain. So we're trying to look at getting some tin roofs, but we need to budget properly for that. And then everyone's sheltering here, and Gigi is helping Sam just to formulate off some feed. So he's showing us how you can make your own feed made from local ingredients. So I think we'll have a go at that, see how that improves, because of course this feed that we're getting is very expensive, so if we can reduce our costs, and that's good for us. We just need to see whether it improves our performance or not. But I think it's about to stop raining, and then the plan is we've bought some ingredients. We'll hopefully try and make it, and I think you cook it, make it at the fire, and then give it out to our fish.
Next one.
So this is the formulated feed. So we're just getting all the different ingredients and weighing them out.
Flour is only carbohydrate, but it's very good like a binder. So
Okay.
Because to make these are the two things. Three things. One is a need of the fish. Small fish, big fish, different. Second is a composition of all these different things, and third is how to assemble them. Sometimes it doesn't work because so you need to change even if it's not the same. When I work in a feed mill, I make the form of perfect, then they came in the big box and I did it. It doesn't work because after the pellet, change it and that, sometimes physically, she's like blah blah blah.
So there's a range of different ingredients. Mukini, which is these small fish for the protein. We've got some cassava flour, which binds it together. We've got a bit of maize or corn, and we've got some soy for protein.
To keep it down the mukini, you increase the soybean meal.
Soybean meal, yeah.
Guys, we don't decrease too much.
Yeah. So it's just mixing it up, and then we're going to cook it. And then there's a can't see it currently, but there's like an extruder, which is basically just sort of like a meat grinder, but it's a handheld one. Oh, and there's sunflower in there.
So yeah, we have.
So we're just formulating it now, and then we'll cook it, and then see what we get. See if this is grow out, so about 28% protein, which is sort of that, you know, protein. I think we talked before is what makes the fish grow. So we're excited to see this in action. It could save us some money, which is good, of course, on production costs. But the challenge always with all these things is what's the cost of it, and does it compare to the pellet feeds that we're using? Because remember, we're already reducing our costs because we're using maggots, which really has a huge impact on our cost savings. You know, we're just doing the maths in it now, but it looks like the trial currently is working really well. So even the fish that are fed 2/3 black soldier fly are growing roughly the same rate as the ones being fed commercial pellets, which is a massive cost saving. So we may not need this, but it's good to have that option, good to know about it, good to practice, and then just improve our technique as we go. This is the fish feed, which is being mixed up. So this is the pan we're using for our fish as well. And then once it's in there, we will then extrude it through this machine. So, yeah, and then it comes out as pellets.
In the real feed factory is the same.
Yeah, exactly, just a bigger version of this one. Yeah,
bigger, more
absolutely.
performing, but it's very similar.
Yeah. We just started the process of extruding it.
Push. Okay. They make good. Hey, kuli bagia. Okay. Push, eh? Dog won't eat. In Marara they eat. The people eat after.
Yeah, well,
The
it looks
people
good.
eat,
I'm sure
yeah.
they can eat it. Yeah. I'm pushing it through.
Okay, now it's a big table, not
Yeah.
table.
This is just a prototype, I think.
Yes, it's a test time.
So this is.
Okay, but this must be. No, the taste is good. You can eat also.
So this is. We would want pellets, really.
Yeah, no, but you need to cut properly. You need to cut short. You need to cut short.
So shorter.
Too long. It's too long.
Okay. So we're going for shorter, so we can.
And then it's too water now.
Too much water in there.
It's too soft. This is the principle.